Hello everyone, you are welcome to this class. So in this class, we want to continue from where we stopped. We are still on conversion. So in this class, we're looking at fractions, decimals, and percentages. So our learning objective for this class, uh, we want to review equivalent fractions. We want to see how to write fractions as percentages and how to write percentages as fractions. And the last one is how to write percentages as decimals. Now, before we go into that, fractions are considered equivalent when they have the same value when their numerators and denominators are what are different. So let's now look at, before we go into conversion, we need to check how to find equivalent fractions. So we just want to review it. We have done it before, but we still want to look at that. So in that case, we have finding equivalent fractions. So think of a number that can be multiplied or divided to both the numerator and denominator of the first fraction. So if the resulting fraction matches the second fraction, then they are equivalent. So let's look at an example and see how this looks like. So we have this 2 over 6 and the 4 over 12. We want to check if both of them are equivalent or not. So what we're going to do is that if you look at the 6 and the 12, the denominators are not the same, but the higher denominator is 12. So we would like to change 2 over 6 to equivalent fraction of 12, denominator of 12. So and let's see if we can to get 4 out of 12. I hope that is clear. So to do that, we're going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, because when you multiply 6 by 2, you get 12. So the same thing, we're going to multiply 2 by also 2. Then this is going to have 4 out of 12. So that shows that 2 over 6 and then 4 over 12 are the same. I hope that is clear. So since the resulting factor matches the second fraction, it means that 2 over 6 and 4 over 12 are equivalent fractions. I hope that is very clear. Now the next is now to look at an example. Let's look at an example. So we have this example here, right? So the question says, want to find equivalent fraction of 2 over 8. All right. So is either we multiply by 2 or multiply uh, by 3. So and see whatever we get will now give us equivalent fraction. So let's look at it. So for these to find equivalent fractions, multiply or divide. Is that you multiply or you divide? Or divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So let's start with the first one up here. So multiply it by 2. So multiply by 2, we're going to have uh, 4 over 16. 4 out of 16, we have the circle there. Well, let's look at the second one. Let's multiply by divided by 2. So we know we multiplied up by 2. We want to see when we divide by 2, what we're going to have. So it's still going to be the same thing. So we're going to have 1 over 4. So what this means is that both 4 over 16 and 1 over 4 are the same. If you look at the parts of the circle that is shaded here, 4 out of 16 is shaded. That the circle is divided into 16 and 4 is shaded. And when it is divided into 4, 1 is shaded. So the portion that is shaded in both fractions and the both circles are what? The same. So that means that 4 over 16 is equivalent to 1 over 4. I hope this is very clear. All right. So let's move to the next one. All right. So the next one is percentages. Percentages. So we've seen how we've converted percentages to fractions to equivalent fractions. So let's now look at any fraction can be written as a percentage by finding its equivalent that has a denominator of 100. So that has a denominator of what? 100. So in that case, uh, percent per 100. Yeah, we talked about that in our previous video. So the amount in each 100 is all referred to as percent. Now let's look at writing fraction as this as percentage. Writing fractions as percentage. If you look at what we have here, This is just for this level. We have 1 over 4. When it's divided into 4, so we're going to have this. So we want to make the 4 to become 100. So that means we're going to multiply. We find the equivalent fraction of that in 100. So that means we're going to multiply 4 by 25 to get 100. So, and that means we're also going to multiply 1 by 25. So that's how we have 25 out of what? 100 here. So it is equal to 25th hundred. So 100, instead of writing 100, we change the 100 to percentage. So our percentage is out of what? 100. So that's going to be 25%. So you can see how you got that. Is that clear? Okay, so let's now look at how to write percentages as fractions. I hope this is very clear. So let's see how to write percentages as fraction. So writing percentages as fraction. So we're going to use the highest common factor to simplify the fraction for the percentage. So the first step is to remove the symbol. So we remove the symbol from the percentage, and that will give us 60. So when you just remove the percentage, it gives you 60. So after that, then write the number as a numerator of a fraction with a denominator of what? Of 100. So the percent that you removed, you now make it over 100. So that means 60% is what? 60 out of what? 100. So having done this, so the next is now to simplify the fraction. We have changed it to fraction now. So 60% is 60 out of 100. Now we now need to simplify the fraction to its simplest form. So we're going to simplify the fraction. So the first thing is that you can cancel out the zeros, 1 0 up, 1 0 down, and that will result to 6 out of 10. All right, and 6/10 means 0 what? 0.3. So it's sorry, is to convert into fraction. So 6/10, then we can still solve it further by dividing 6 by 2 and 10 by what? 2. That gives 3 out of 5. I hope this is very clear. So that is that on how to convert percentages to fractions. You can see it's very simple. All right, so move to the next one, and that is writing percentages as decimals. Okay, write percentage as decimal. We're going to make use of an example here. So we have, this is percentage, 30%. We want to convert it to decimal. So how do we do that? Is what we're going to look at now. So we're going to have about 3 or 4 steps we're going to look into. So the first thing is to remove the uh, symbols, remove the percentage symbol. So that 30% will then become what? Just like what we just finished. Uh, so that will become 30. All right. So the next step is to write the number as numerator of a fraction with a denominator of what? 100. So that's going to be 30 out of 100, right? So the next stage is to simplify the fraction. So we're going to simplify. We're going to uh, put cancel 2 zeros there. When you cancel 1 0 at the top and 1 0 at the bottom, we're going to have 3 out of 10. Have 3 out of 10. So we'll have 3 out of 10. So 3/10. Since we're going to decimals, you can see we have converted percentages to fractional. So we have to convert this fraction to decimal. So that's going to be 3/10. And 3/10 is simply as 0.3. Hope this is very clear. Okay. So that is how to convert uh, percentages as what? Decimals. So I hope this uh, simple explanation is very clear to you. So this is where we're going to stop in this video. I hope you find this video useful and helpful. So that's the end of this. So we're going to meet in the next class. So bye for now.